This came on our website, kysdc.com, but of course, you know, everybody, you have millions of followers via Twitter. And there was a tweet post from you that said, I swear I be wishing I was dead sometimes because I feel like that's the only way I get peace. And a lot of people, there were rumors that you may be suicidal. Was that true? Have you ever felt suicidal, or what was with some of these tweets? I mean, people don't know me, y'all don't know, start looking at Shad, not Bow Wow. F Bow, I go through Ish daily. I'm just like y'all. So, and I'm sure you know you have your moments where you kind of just you've had
what
enough.
It is? You seen that movie with Macaulay Culkin? You see Richie Rich before?
Yeah.
Remember how remember when he went to like the baseball park and he saw the kids in the park?
Right.
And it's like the kids look at him, they're like, man, you got a mansion, you got an amusement park in your front yard. You don't care about that, because that's all he know. You know what I'm saying? And that's like similar with me. It's the same story. That's all I know is the business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had time to go play football or do none of the regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like at times, you know, it haunts you. You know what I'm saying? It do. You know what I mean? Because of course you're gonna be unbalanced. How can you have balance in life when you ain't seen the other side? I'm unbalanced. You know what I mean? Because I only seen one side of life. I ain't seen the other side. You know what I mean? It's not by choice, but it's just how it is. You know what I mean? So now it's kind of like some days I wake up and it's like I do want to just fit in sometimes. Sometimes, you know, I go to Target, I shop at Target, and, you know what I mean? And people look at me like, why are you in here? I'm like, well, why are you in here? You feel me? So it's like, what? I can't shop at Target. You feel me? So it's just kind of like, you know, it's like, man, and I didn't really mean it like, yo, I'm about to kill myself. It's like, yo, I wonder, like, when will I get peace? I guess the only way I get it is when I'm dead. So that's how I meant. I didn't mean it like, yo, I'm about to kill myself right now. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing like that.
So for the record, Bow Wow is not suicidal. He's okay, but sometimes you gotta vent a little bit. And you know, Twitter, that's the problem with Twitter though. I think celebrities on Twitter, you know, you guys, everybody doesn't believe you all are regular people, and you all are very regular, everyday people. And so just like everybody goes on Twitter rants, so do you. The difference though is when you go on a Twitter rant, the world sees it and goes to the left with it, and it can kind of end up being all wrong. Another Twitter, there was, of course, I had to ask Soulja Boy about this because there was the infamous Cat Stacks who, you know, was kind of going at everybody, and it only took a certain amount of tweets before artists started like just going back, snapping back at her. So what was that situation as far as how you dealt with her in particular?
I mean, it's easy to deal with something that never happened. You know what I mean? So you know, I'm used to, I mean, I'm a vet, man. I've been in the game long enough. I done heard it all, done it all. So it's kind of like, you know, even when people have to make up stories to get, I mean, I can't hang on Shorty if she got a kid, if she got to lie on rappers or whatever it is she got to do to make ends meet. Go ahead and do it, baby girl. I ain't tripping. I'm getting mine over here. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? That don't even faze me at all what she doing. So it's entertainment. I need to laugh sometimes too. I needed her that day. Right there when I tweeted that, I needed some entertainment. I needed a laugh. So when you all need to laugh, I ain't that type of artist, man, that gets, you know, bent out of shape over what somebody might say about me or what they say, man. I got homies around me that know me, people around me that love me, that care for me. So, you know, that don't mean nothing to me at all.
Okay. There it is. Well, Bow Wow in the industry for pretty much your whole life at this point. And so explain, like, what's been going on as far as changing labels and what happened, you know, because you have such a big name, you're a well-known name in the hip-hop industry. So what happened? Were you just unhappy with these labels, and how did you end up on Young Money, Cash Money?
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't that I was really unhappy. It was just about protecting my brand, you know what I'm saying? I mean, anytime you dedicate yourself to something and you love what you do so much, you'll do anything to protect your brand. And at that time, you know, I just felt like Columbia, they didn't really have the tools to really continue to carry on my legacy. You know what I mean? I sold 10 million albums while I was underneath the label. No complaints.
So you made them a lot of money, is what you said.
Oh, my God.
they made a lot of money off of Bull Bow Wow / Bow Wow.
They're good. And so, you know, I just felt like, you know, they do well with all the other artists. And when I looked around, I noticed I was the only rapper on the label. You know, Nas had left. A couple other artists had left, and it was just myself, Beyonce, Maxwell, and John Legend. And, you know, that label, they do very well with artists like that. The R&B, neo soul artists. And I felt like, you know, the label was getting older. My fans are younger, you know, from college students on down. And I felt like they didn't have the tools that, you know, were able me to connect with my fan base. So, you know, Stunner put in the call. And you know, I said, if you get it done in a week, let's make it happen. He got it done in a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's how you ended up Young Money, Cash Money.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, speaking of your fans, they have hit me on Twitter because they wanted me to ask you to address, because they're, you know, there's been stories about RazB and a lot of these young, you know, you came up in the game. So you came up from a child to a man.
Yeah.
And you look, a lot of people don't last that long, especially when they've been child stars.
Yeah.
And now you have child stars like RazB coming out with all these stories about what happened to him when he was young.
Yeah.
And so they said, do you have any comments about, you know, the youngins as far as when they grow up and what happens with the pressures of being in the spotlight when you're so young?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, the best thing I would say is a lot of these young cats have no guidance in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They wasn't surrounded by, you know, official dudes who got that respect. It all starts with your camp and who you running with. Me is a different story, so I ain't got them problems. I was around some OGs in the game, whether it's Snoop, you know what I mean, who discovered me, then Jermaine, and now Stunner. So I ain't around no suckers. I've never been around no suckers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where it started. If you got some squares in your camp, then, you know what I mean, you got to get rid of that. And I think that that's what it is. And, you know, I feel sorry for dude. I feel like it's a better way he can probably go about a situation. If it's that serious, then it's a better way you can handle that.
Do you